Now, once we've got our maze drawn up and created, the next thing we need to do is put a character on here. So obviously to put a character, we need an image, and that will come through the sprite. So go to sprites, right click, create and sprite, and we're going to import again. This time, I'm going to use this one. We want to go to sprites, we want to go to nature, and it's going to be a cat. Yes, I want to continue. I'm going to call it SPR_cat because it is a cat. And then the next sprite, again, create, sprite, import. I'm going to import a bird. Yes, SPR_bird. And that's all we need for that. So here's our sprites now. Now we need to make these two sprites objects to put them onto our room. So right click objects and create an object. We're going to call it OBJCat, BJCat_cat, because it's an object of the cat. Looking for sprites, so we check our sprites and we want the cat. We might make it solid and to use physics for the same reason as we did the other, and that's it. We also want to make an object to, where are we, create object. This will be object bird, so OBJ_bird. We're looking for a sprite, click on the sprites, we've got the bird. Again, it's going to be solid and use physics, and that's it. So let's go back to our room, and we need to put our cat in there. There's our cat, that'll do. We also need to put in a number of instances of the object bird. An instance means an appearance of that object. You can have more than one of the same object on a screen, and each appearance of that object is called an instance. So I'll drag the bird, maybe one there, I'll drag another one there, one there. Where am I? Maybe a couple in there. Just distribute the objects like these around your maze so that the person who's playing has to really go to all parts of the maze to be able to get all of the birds. One there and one there. Now we need to, first of all, work out how we're going to move the cat. We also need to work out where we're going to have our portal. Now, normally what will happen is that this space here, I'm going to use this as the portal area, and I'll have some sort of image here blocking it, like a gate or whatever you like to call it. Now that will not open until I've picked up all of the birds. And then when I have done that, I can come to here and collide with the portal or go over the portal, and that will take me to the second level of the game. So let's look at how we can start looking at getting this cat to move. So we need to go to our object cat, and we need to put in an event. The event will be, as we click on here, we need to add an event, and it's going to be a key pressed. What key is it going to be? Well, if we do right first, now we're going to use visual code, not GML code, which is a bit like a C++ or another programming like that. So the visual code is what we're using. And we'll do this, don't ask again for this project, but make sure you've chosen visual code and then don't ask again for this project. If you click the other one and click this, you'll be stuck in this code. So visual code and then don't ask for this project. Okay. Now you can see here, I've got another window open. I can't see everything, so one of the ways to do this is use your zoom out and zoom in. I'm going to zoom out a bit. We can also collapse our panels on the side to give us more room, which I have here. I might zoom in again a little bit, make this a bit bigger. The next thing I need to do is I've got right key press, so I want to make it move. So I need to have a look at moving. So I've got common instances. If I scroll down here, eventually I'll get to movement. Here we have it here. Now, there are a few ways of doing it. I can set a direction that's fixed. I can set a variable direction. We don't want a variable direction, we want a set direction. So let's drag this across. So what this says is, when I've pressed the right key, I want to head in the right direction, which is what I want. Now, the other thing is, we also want to make it move at a speed. So we drag speed across, and don't worry about direction because you've already set it. I'm going to set the speed as 2. Relative means it keeps adding to, so it accelerates and gets faster and faster. Only click relative if you want that. Otherwise, this will be a constant speed of 2. So that's our first event. We add another event. It's a key pressed, and we're going the left key, which is essentially very similar to what we've just used. Now, fortunately, it puts the recently used ones here. So I want a fixed direction left and also want a speed of 2. Now I can do this for all of the arrow keys. That's both left, right, up and down. I've done left and right, so I'll need to do up and down now. So you can see here now I've added key press left, up, right, down, and they're the arrow keys on your keyboard. And for each one of them, down is going down, right is going right, up is going up, left is going left. So we should be able to see this on our room now. So if we close these, just close them, and we want our panels back. If we go to our room, and we can go to play, which is, or run the game. So here I am running the game, and it's compiling, and here's our game window here. So I'm clicking the right key, and you can see that it moves. But one of our problems is it goes through the walls. Why does it do that? Because we have told it that the wall is solid and it needs to do something when it hits the wall. So that's the next thing we need to do. And it doesn't touch the birds, or it does touch the birds, but it doesn't make them disappear. So that's the next thing we'll need to do. Okay, so what we've done now is we've got our cat moving and our maze set up.